The first and most important fact website owners want to know is the number of daily visits. The answers they receive are incorrect and misleading if the website serves invalid code. The impact or knowledge of serving invalid code is unknown by most website owners. However, you are in luck because you are viewing this video. All web pages have two things in common: content and source code served as valid or invalid. Website visits are based on the compliance of the source code to the W3C standards for interoperability. Servers do not record the number of visits missed because of serving invalid code, a fact that can only be quantified in retrospect by validating the semantic code and comparing the website visits before and after validation. In 1990, the developer Sir Tim Berners-Lee hosted the first website and text browser, the www, on his server, a PC invented by Steve Jobs. He also established the World Wide Web Consortium, the W3C, developed the semantic code, standards, and the validation tools for interoperability. HTML is a markup language, a semantic code that website developers and programmers use to describe how code is served, along with CSS, a style code to display content on client browsers. Today, the browser determines the content displayed, and if it takes a visitor longer than, say, 10 seconds to see your content, they, like you, move on and never revisit. The problem is the number of browsers and operating systems operating different versions of their software. And valid code should be a requirement and not an option left to coders. I conducted a survey of random selected websites by auditing 1,572 URLs, 1,709 lines of source code, to determine compliance with the W3C standards. The web pages averaged 625 lines of code ranging from 1 to 9,900, serving on average 30% error rate. With so many websites serving invalid code, I wondered how this could happen. Programmers used Java, JavaScript, PHP, MySQL, jQuery, Ajax, and Rails to develop websites back in the 90s. Today, programmers convert content to source code using frameworks, tools developed back in 1984 that generate Quirks mode code for validation, a step often overlooked if not required or supervised, and invalid code is served under the popular assumption invalid code is inconsequential, a waste of time, effort, and money that does not affect interoperability. I learned from teachers and website developers that invalid code is not important, but being from the old school, I decided to validate the HTML and the CSS source code on my landing page to compare the website visits before and after validation, to understand the impact serving valid source code on the server statistics. If you are interested, see my findings on part 2 of this series.